Hey guys, it's Todd. Doing a video diary here today. Just thought I'd take a break on this beautiful day outside. Being cooped up in the office all day sometimes does have its drawbacks. It's not so humid out today, even though it's about 80 some degrees. This is actually a great day to be out knocking on doors. But anyways, just thought I'd start a little video diary. I don't really have much to say today. Just sitting out here taking in the air. So I was scrolling through my social media and I saw a pretty good thread just about objections and overcoming objections, and I posted on there and I said, hey, you know what, I'll go ahead and post a video here and just explain what I said in greater detail, because just recently we tweaked our script in the office, and one thing that I realized 2 weeks ago is that some of my newer telesales agents, they were getting to, or through a presentation, they were getting through a ton of presentations, but they weren't closing. And so I started listening in on the calls, which is pretty cool about telesales. You can listen in on calls and help instead of, hey, meet me at Starbucks tomorrow at 9 and we'll go run around and see what you're doing wrong. So I'm listening on their calls, and I could tell that they were just feeling like they didn't know what to say when the customer would have very simple objections at the close, like, I'm going to talk to my family, I'm going to think about it, I just don't want to make this decision right now. I mean, super basic objections that you're going to get even on a live transfer lead, someone who's just begging to buy. And what I realized is that we, for whatever reason, got away from some basics in our sales presentation that was causing or hurting the agent by causing them to not have the ammunition they need to close the customer down. Here's what I mean. Excuse me. So we generate our leads through direct mail, TV commercials, a bunch of different avenues. And so, again, a lead is just someone to talk to. It's someone looking for information. It's not a sale. And there's so many agents out there who thinks that leads are just supposed to be laydowns. And don't get me started, I'm not going to get started on that right now, but basically a lead is just a request for more information. It's someone that had an interest. It's someone that had a concern. And for a long time, we had that in our presentation. We would ask them, in layman's terms, what do you want? Why are you responding? Why'd you send this card in? Why did you sit on the phone with our telemarketers? And I don't know why we took that out of our script. And that's super important. So we added it back into our opening of our script. And I'm gonna fill you in on it. It goes like this. So Mrs. Customer, and hold on, let me just tell you guys, I say things in my training, maybe where I'll use Mrs., Mr., things like that. To be honest, we keep it as personal as possible. If their name's Mary and they're 80 years old, we're calling them Mary. Every once in a while, we'll have a customer, correct us. We just apologize and keep going with it. But we keep it very low key. But for training, we'll just use the term Mr. Customer, so you know who I'm talking about, or Mrs. Customer. So I'll say, hey, Mrs. Customer, what was it about the burial life insurance ad that had you so concerned? And we'll get a real answer. And what I mean by a real answer is this. A lot of customers will respond with, well, I sent the card in just to send the card in. Or, I wanted to see what it's all about. They'll just, that's the number one response. I wanted to see what it's all about. Or they'll say, well, you called me. Those aren't real answers. And I'll see agents go, oh, okay, well, I'm just going to go over the information with you today. It's a real answer is, well, I don't know if I have enough insurance. I don't want to leave stuff behind to my kids. I don't have any insurance and I thought I'd get some. Those are just a few of the real answers. Now, here's another tip. Let's say the customer just won't give you a real answer. Our follow-up question is this. Well, Mrs. Customer, folks usually fall under one of two categories. Either they have no coverage at all, or they have too little. Which is it for you? And obviously they're going to fall under one of those categories. So they're going to answer one way or the other. And there's a way to pivot. If they have no life insurance, we go one way. If they have some life insurance, we go a different way. But I want to stay on track right now. So we'll find out, or we'll get to the root of the real answer by asking what they were concerned about. 1 second. And so when we ask them that, then we're going to use that